Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel today. And in today's video, I'm doing a new to me video. And it's going to be a recipe. Now this is a recipe that I've never made before. And it's one that I found at work in a cookbook. And a lot of the ingredients are simple things that most people have in their home. So that's the kind of recipes that I like to have. I don't like to have to buy a lot of extra ingredients just to make something that I might not like. And all these ingredients were things that I already had on hand. And the recipe is called a fruit cocktail cake. Let me show you the ingredients that you need. First thing you need is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, which I have in here. 1½ cups of regular granulated white sugar, which I have in here. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I have in here. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, which I have in here. 2 eggs that I've already cracked and beaten. 1 can of fruit cocktail, and it didn't say to drain the liquid, so I've left the liquid in it. I hope that's going to be the right thing. 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, which I have over here in a blue dish to keep it separate. A stick of margarine, which is 1/2 cup of butter or margarine. 1/2 cup of canned milk, which is called evaporated milk. I have it right there. I'm not going to pick it up because I actually filled it up too full. It was spilled. Then you need 1 cup of coconut, which I didn't really have a full cup, but I think it's going to be okay. That's all the coconut I had, so I went with it. And 1/2 cup of brown sugar, which is in here. So let me start putting this together. Is to mix the dry ingredients. So I have this bowl right here and this spoon. I'm going to mix the dry ingredients. So I'm going to add the flour, the baking soda, the salt, and the 1½ cup of white sugar. The other sugars are for the frosting that goes on it. So we're going to mix these all together. Now the recipe didn't say what size pan, so I just went ahead and got a 9 by 13. And I greased it and floured it, and I have it behind me ready to go. Then after you mix all your dry ingredients, you're going to add your eggs and your fruit cocktail. So here come the eggs. And the fruit cocktail along with the juice. And it says mix well. Here's all the ingredients. We're going to mix them up. Now, as you can tell, this is a very thick batter. Your coconut actually goes over here with your frosting. So we're going to go ahead and put that over here. That's what it looks like all mixed, and it is very thick. Now it says you bake it at 375, but before you put it in the oven, you're going to put the brown sugar on top. So we're going to go ahead and get our pan, put it in our pan. Here's the cake pan that I got prepared for it. my little spatulas that I got from Temu so that I can scrape all the goodness out. Okay, then you spread it evenly into the pan. There's about how thick it is. And now it says before you put it in the oven, you can put the brown sugar on it. Put the brown sugar on top before you bake it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take the brown sugar and we're going to sprinkle it on top. And this is one of the little plastic gloves that I got from Temu. I'm going to use it to sprinkle the sugar on. And here it is with the brown sugar all sprinkled evenly on top. And now the instructions say bake it at 375, and it does not tell how long to bake it. So we'll just have to put it in there and keep an eye on it. Okay, here's the cake. It's done. I ended up cooking it for 35 minutes. First I cooked it for 25 and it was still jiggly. So I added another 10. So I'm saying 35 minutes. It doesn't look like it's too brown. It might be a tad bit overdone. But anyway, there wasn't no time on the recipe, so I just had to kind of eyeball it. Then after you get the cake cooked, you're going to mix together the 3/4 cup sugar, the margarine, and the canned milk, which I have in here. You put it in a saucepan and you mix it all together on the stove and boil it for 2 to 3 minutes. Then you remove it and add the coconut, and then you're going to spread it on the cake. So I'll take this over here and cook it, and then when I get it done, I'll come back over here and show you putting it on the cake. Okay, I've got the icing done. Mix all that stuff together and you cook it and boil it for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you remove it from the heat. Throw in your coconut, and then it says you can poke holes in the cake, which I've done. I've punched a few holes in there. And then I'm just kind of stirring this to get a little thicker, because to me it don't look thick enough, but I guess it's supposed to be that way. Then you just pour this frosting over your cake. So here we go. I'm going to spread it around just a little bit. Mostly what I'm spreading is the coconut. And that's it. That's all there is to it. The cake is still warm, so I'm not going to try to cut into it. But I'm planning on taking part of it to my next door neighbor. I won't take him a whole lot because he doesn't like sweets. I might take him like 2 pieces for him and his sister. And then I'll take a good chunk of it to work with me, to have to share with them. So that's it. This is my new to me fruit cocktail cake. Thank you guys for coming and visiting with us today. And y'all come back and see us any old time. Bye for this one.